Paris studio aesthetic. Why color-drenched rooms need walnut, linen, and antique brass. Act 1. The philosophy of Matière and the flat wall trap. When we wrap a room entirely in a single, immersive heritage hue, a quiet sort of magic happens. The hard boundaries of the corners seem to melt away into thin air. But if we stop there, a silent danger begins to crawl out from the shadows. Without texture, those beautiful color-drenched walls can suddenly feel flat, resembling an artificial, sterile theater backdrop rather than a living, breathing sanctuary. For a discerning, mature eye, a home must offer far more than just clever optical illusions. It must provide an authentic tactile response. Today, we step beyond the edge of the paint to understand why an enveloped space demands a structural soul. Design logic. Monochromatic spaces absorb and scatter light uniformly. Without varying textures, the human eye cannot discern depth accurately, leading to psychological visual fatigue. For the 50-plus demographic, who deeply appreciate cozy comfort, we introduce texture to anchor the eyes safely and restore spatial dimensions. Segment 2. Decoding the French principle of Matière. In the historic workshops of Paris, master cabinet makers and decorators rarely spoke of color without immediately speaking of Matière, a beautiful French word that translates roughly to substance, matter, or physical texture. They understood that a pigment is nothing more than a ghost until it clings to something real. When you look closely at an 18th century Parisian studio, the paint isn't sitting on perfectly smooth, synthetic drywall. It clings to hand-carved wood, uneven plaster, and woven fibers. It is the texture underneath that makes the color dance under the soft glow of evening candlelight. Design logic. Light behavior differs drastically between a smooth modern surface and a textured historical one. Microshadows created by textured substrates create natural microgradients of color, adding visual luxury without adding color clutter. Segment 3. The Mid-Century Shift versus Heritage Longevity. For decades, modern design movements pushed us toward the clean, the seamless, and the plastic. We were told that luxury meant flawless, flat surfaces that looked as though they were untouched by human hands. But as we look around our homes today, many of us feel a deep, undeniable longing for spaces that tell a story. Rooms that possess a sense of weight, permanence, and history. In a small space, modern minimalism can often feel cold and unforgiving. By stepping back into the design philosophies of historical Europe, we rediscover a way to build a personal sanctuary that values the beautifully aged over the mass-produced. Design logic. As we mature, our sensory appreciation shifts from loud visual statements to subtle tactile environments. This segment builds an emotional connection with viewers over 50 by validating their rejection of modern plastic furniture in favor of heirloom materials. the spine of the room, ancient walnut, and deep oak. Segment 4. Walnut as an architectural anchor. When a small room is wrapped in a single paint color, it can sometimes feel floaty, as if it lacks a gravity point. This is exactly where French walnut steps into the narrative. Walnut possesses a dense, tight grain and a naturally dark, rich complexion that acts as an instant anchor. Placing a single, beautifully crafted walnut piece against a color-drenched wall doesn't break the room's flow. Rather, it tethers the entire space down. It provides a visual weight that instantly transforms a temporary feeling apartment room into a permanent, deeply historic estate. Design logic. Dark wood pieces provide a high-contrast structural frame within a monochrome environment. This structural grounding prevents the visual disorientation that sometimes occurs in fully color-drenched rooms with low lighting. Segment 5. The patina of age. Why veneers fail the test. There is a vast, unbridgeable chasm between a piece of furniture made of solid, old-growth wood and a piece covered in a modern, mass-produced synthetic veneer. Veneer reflects light with a plastic-like uniformity that screams of assembly lines. Solid walnut, however, carries decades of rings, gentle dents, and a natural oil patina that absorbs light rather than bouncing it harshly away. In our color-drenched Parisian studio setting, we need objects that can gracefully hold a shadow. An antique chest doesn't just sit in the room, it absorbs the room's atmosphere. Design logic. Authentic timber features open pores that refract light unevenly, matching the flat, chalky texture of premium historical paints like Faro and Ball's Dead Flat. Synthetic veneers create specular highlights that break the historical illusion. Segment 6. balancing wood undertones with historical paints. The secret to pairing wood with color drenching lies entirely in managing the hidden undertones. If you have chosen a cool gray or a muted, chalky green like boirie green, the warm, golden brown undertones of European oak or walnut will act as a beautiful thermal balance, bringing instant life to an otherwise cold space. Conversely, if your walls are drenched in a rich ochre like or de Paris, a dark, cool-toned walnut prevents the space from turning uncomfortably orange. It is a quiet, sophisticated dialogue between the mineral world of paint and the organic world of the forest. Design logic, complementary color theory applies directly to wood tones. The amber tones in aged timber sit opposite blue-greens on the color wheel, creating an organic optical harmony that feels natural and restful to eyes experiencing age-related yellowing. Segment 7. The geometry of grain, pattern as architecture. Look down at the floors of the finest apartments in the Marais or Saint-Germain. You will rarely find long, monotonous, straight plank flooring. Instead, you will see the intricate, geometric rhythms of herringbone or the classic point de Hongrie. Why? Because in a small studio, geometric wood flooring acts as an active architectural element. When your walls are completely solid and seamless, the pattern on the floor provides a gentle, sophisticated movement that leads the eye across the room, making the floor plan feel substantially larger than it actually is. Design logic. Diagonally arranged floor patterns draw the eye outward toward the perimeter of the room, creating an illusion of wider square footage. This eliminates the boxy feeling of typical small rooms. Segment 8. Sourcing authentic timber elements safely. You do not need to buy an expensive antique French armoire to bring this wood energy into your home. A single, authentic vintage writing desk, a small walnut pedestal table, or even a pair of heavy, old-growth oak wall corbels will easily suffice. When sourcing these pieces at local flea markets or estate sales, Look past the dust and the worn finish. Look for joinery, for those beautiful, hand-cut dovetail joints that tell you a piece was built by a human being who cared about their craft. Those are the details that infuse a room with true soul. Design Logic provides practical advice tailored to the 50-plus demographic on identifying high-quality antique timber construction over cheap, modern reproductions, empowering them to curate intentionally. Act 3. The breath of the room, woven linen and shadowed velvet. Segment 9. Linen, the unrivaled master of diffused light. In a small color-drenched studio, windows are precious portals of light. Modern polyester drapes act like solid plastic sheets, blocking light or reflecting it with a harsh sheen. Heavy, raw linen, however, operates quite differently. Linen is full of natural slubs and varying thread thicknesses. When natural morning light passes through a linen curtain, it is beautifully scattered and softened, throwing a gentle, painterly glow deep across your color-drenched walls. It breathes a soft, living energy into the room, making the air itself feel lighter and more romantic. Design logic. Linen fibers feature an irregular cross-section that acts as a natural light diffuser. This softens harsh glare, which is highly beneficial for mature eyes sensitive to intense sunlight or stark contrasts. Segment 10. Velvet, creating depth in shadowed corners. If linen is the master of morning light, then velvet is indisputably the king of the evening. In a color-drenched room, corners can occasionally lose their identity and become muddy. By introducing a velvet armchair or a collection of rich velvet cushions in a tone that closely matches your wall paint, you create an incredible visual phenomenon. Velvet doesn't just sit in the shadow. It catches the light on its dense pile, creating rich, deep gradients of color that look almost edible. It brings an unparalleled sense of comfort, luxury, and warmth that instantly invites you to sit down and rest. Design logic. Velvet's dense vertical pile absorbs light at steep angles while reflecting it softly at shallow angles. This unique behavior creates rich depth variations, preventing dark corners from looking flat or menacing. Segment 11. The Tactile Response. Why Synthetics Break the Spell. We can always tell when a room is cheating. You can style a space beautifully for a photograph, but the very moment you step inside and run your hand along a fabric, the truth reveals itself. Synthetic fibers like nylon and polyester feel completely dead to the touch. They possess a cold, static quality. Natural textiles, like wool, silk, and linen, have a living warmth because they breathe. When you drape a natural textile over a chair, it falls with an elegant, heavy grace that synthetics simply cannot mimic. A home should feel as good against your skin as it looks to your eyes. Design logic. Synthetic fabrics carry a static charge that repels dust into the air and reflects light within. Artificial sheen. Natural fibers absorb moisture and diffuse light organically, aligning with the premium feel expected by mature audiences. Segment 12. Parisian window treatments, hanging for height. In a compact Paris studio, vertical space is your greatest asset. One of the most common design mistakes is hanging drapery rods directly at the top of the window frame, which visually slices the wall in half. To capture true Parisian elegance, you must mount your drapery hardware as close to the ceiling as possible, allowing the fabric to pool gently on the floor. In a color-drenched space, this creates a continuous, unbroken vertical line of texture that draws the eyes upward, creating the grand illusion of towering, historic ceiling heights. Design logic. Elevating the curtain rod forces the eye to track the full height of the vertical plane, bypassing the actual window boundaries and making low ceilings feel architecturally grand. Segment 13. The Art of the Wabi-Sabi Fold in Textiles. There is a pristine, overly starched perfection found in modern luxury hotels that can feel incredibly stiff and uninviting. The French approach to luxury is far more relaxed. It is a concept they call casual elegance. It means allowing your linen curtains to have natural wrinkles and letting a throw blanket sit slightly askew on a sofa. When textiles are allowed to drape naturally and imperfectly, they catch light and shadow in a much more dynamic, organic way. It signals to your guests that this isn't a hands-off museum, it is a cozy, lived-in home. Design logic. Soft, imperfect fabric folds break up the rigid, harsh lines of a small room's architecture, creating a comforting, low-stress environment that values authentic comfort over sterile neatness. Act 4. The light of the room, antique brass, and the jewelry of patina. Segment 14. Antique brass, the jewelry of the room. Think of antique brass as the exquisite fine jewelry of your room. When a space is entirely color-drenched in a deep matte finish, it acts like a stunning velvet dress, beautiful, but waiting for that perfect touch of gold to make it come alive. A brass light fixture, an unlacquered switch plate, or an antique gold frame provides a vital point of warmth. It doesn't scream for attention like loud modern finishes. Instead, it glows softly in the background, catching stray beams of light and whispering stories of the past. Design logic. Small metallic accents serve as visual punctuation marks across a monochromatic room. They prevent the color palette from becoming overwhelming by introducing small, high-interest focal points. Segment 15. Refraction versus reflection. Rejoining cold chrome. Modern design relies heavily on polished chrome and bright stainless steel. These materials act like cold, harsh mirrors, reflecting light with an unforgiving glare that can feel sharp and industrial. Antique brass, on the other hand, refracts light. Because its surface is covered in a microscopic layer of historic patina, it softens and warms the light as it bounces off. In an intimate studio, chrome feels like an unwelcome, clinical intrusion. Aged brass feels like a comforting, flickering fire, casting a welcoming glow over everything it touches. Design logic. Polished metals create harsh specular glare that can tire mature eyes. Unlacquered, brushed, or antique brass scatters light softly, providing a gentle, rich illumination that feels upscale. Segment 16. Hardware metamorphosis. Small changes, huge impact. You do not need to tear down your walls or remodel your kitchen to bring this aesthetic home. True, design transformation often hides in the smallest details, things we touch every single day without even thinking. Take a look at your cabinet knobs, your door handles, or your light switch plates. Replacing standard builder-grade plastic or chrome hardware with heavy, unlacquered antique brass completely rewrites the story of your home. Suddenly, the simple act of opening a closet door becomes an elegant, tactile experience that connects you directly to the space. Design logic. Upgrading high-touch interaction points offers an affordable, high-impact design return. This is an ideal weekend project for DIY-loving homeowners over 50 who want instant results without major construction. Segment 17. The Rococo Mirror, Deepening Spatial Dimensions. No Parisian studio is truly complete without a grand, gold leaf mirror hanging proudly over a fireplace or console table. A large mirror shouldn't just be viewed as a tool for checking your reflection. It is a structural window into a parallel room. Placing a heavily carved antique gold mirror against a deep, color-drenched wall breaks the solid surface open, reflecting the opposite side of the room and instantly doubling your perceived space. It captures the dancing light of your lamps and bounces it back into the room, banishing dark shadows. Design logic. Placing a large reflective glass surface in a matte, color-drenched room creates an elegant interplay of light and depth, opening up small rooms and making them feel breezy and bright. Paris Studio Aesthetic Master Script Blueprint 12. Act V. The Practical Sanctuary, Curation, Dust, and Longevity. Segment 18. The Rule of Odd Numbers. Curating without clutter. There is a very fine, precarious line between a space that feels beautifully curated and one that simply feels cluttered. The secret to mastering the Parisian look without feeling overwhelmed is the classic rule of odd numbers. When arranging your favorite antique books, brass candlesticks, or stoneware vases, always group them in sets of 3 or 5. For some reason, an odd number prevents the arrangement from looking too formal or rigid. It creates a natural asymmetry that catches the eye while leaving plenty of clean, restful space around it. Design logic. The human brain processes odd-numbered groupings much more dynamically, finding them organic and visually engaging. This helps keep a small room feeling intentionally styled rather than messy or crowded. Segment 19. The Dust and Maintenance Blueprint for Busy Lives. In our previous episode, a very jelly and sharp viewer raised an excellent point in the comments. They noted that while a traditional room filled with open decor pieces is undeniably beautiful, it can be a real challenge to keep clean and dust-free for those of us with busy lives. They are absolutely right. The Parisian solution isn't to live in a sterile box, it is to use smart curation. We can use elegant glass cloches or traditional glass-front apothecary cabinets. This keeps your treasured items perfectly visible and safe from dust, preserving the historic look while keeping daily cleaning completely manageable. Design logic. Glass barriers protect delicate antiques from air currents and dust settlement. This offers a highly practical, low-maintenance lifestyle solution for the 50-plus demographic who value pristine spaces without tedious daily dusting. Segment 20. Conclusion. Writing your own story in a restful home. Ultimately, design isn't about following strict rules found in glossy magazines, nor is it about rushing to by the latest modern trends. It is about creating a deeply personal space that embraces you the very moment you walk through the door. By combining the immersive power of color drenching with the warmth of ancient walnut, the soft breath of natural linen, and the historic glow of antique brass, you aren't just decorating a small room. You are building an authentic personal sanctuary. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comments which of these textures you want to bring home first. Merci, and goodbye from Paris. Design logic provides a strong emotional wrap-up, reinforcing the core theme of personal sanctuary. Includes a highly effective call to action that prompts viewers to engage in the comments, boosting the YouTube algorithm.
Mm-hmm.